My name is Shirley Mroczkowski, and this is my resurrection story. I was born and raised here in Waverly, Tennessee. I come from a one-parent home. My dad really wasn't in our life. My mom was my dad and mom both. We lived in a little four-room house with my grandma. That's how we had to live that time. But God blessed us then because He gave us a place to live. I did grow up loving God. And my mom loved God. She only had a 4th or 5th grade education, couldn't drive, but that didn't stop her loving God and she telling us about Him too, you know. But then through the years, I know God blessed us because, you know what, when things didn't seem to go right or we prayed, didn't have nothing, God blessed us with people in our lives to bring it. James and Laura Willingham, Pearl and Bertha Preacher brought me to church. And I used to go to Bertha Preacher's house and just spend the day and helping Bertha or taking care of Delilah or Steve or Mike. My mom got to work in a factory, so we moved to a house. At the age of 18, I moved to Clarksville. How I met my husband was, I saw him from a distance in a red Mustang, which was my kind of car. I thought, wow, I'd like to meet that guy. And you know what? God blessed me because 3 days later I met that guy. And we hit it off. So from August of 71 to October of 71, Ski and I dated, and then we got married. A lot of people said it's not going to happen, it's not going to last because you didn't know each other, but God knew because He brought us together. Because if you ever been around a military base, there was a lot of people. So I know God meant for us to be together. And to say we had rocky roads, I think, I can't speak for everybody, but you have them rocky roads, but God's going to get you through it. And you can see His blessings in everything. He blessed us with Rodney, and He blessed us with our own place, and we couldn't have more kids, so 17 years down the road He blessed us with Britt. She brought us 3 beautiful grandchildren, you know, and I'd be lost without them. God has been with me because my husband was in the military, and he was called up in 91 for Desert Shield, Desert Storm. When you watch your husband walk out of that hangar and get on that plane to leave, you don't know if you're going to see him again or not. And let me tell you something, that's a hard feeling to go through. God has seen us through so much. He brought him back. My mom made us promise her on her deathbed that we would stay together and help one another. And we did, but you know, by then we'd already lost a sister in 94, 95 to a car wreck that took her and 2 of her grandkids. She and I had been going to church together. And she believed in God. And she loved Him, I knew that. When you got God, that's more than half the battle. Because He's with you day, night, every second. So I praise God today and always for being with me through everything. Pastor Mary, when she was Maddox's pre-K teacher, I went to pick him up. She said, "Would you have a church home?" And that time I used to church hop. I ain't gonna lie about that either. And I said, not really. And she was telling me about the Nazarene church. I just kind of looked at her and I said, well, you know, I was raised in that church, married in that church. And so I started attending Maddox, and I started attending. Here comes BP. She wanted to go to church when she got up old enough. And then here comes Rixley, which we call Riri. And she is too, she's in church. I helped Delilah King in the nursery, and you know, started down there at the church on Main Street, the old church. Small room. But we got through it. It's a blessing because you got little kids. And they don't know how not to show love, because they show love every second. Yeah, I also help with a coffee area. And there again, I get to meet people and talk, because I have a mouth. And I love to talk. Another thing I love doing with the church is Vacation Bible Time, VBS. And I tell you what, the music moves you. I love dancing, and the kids, they love dancing too, so hey, I'm in my element with the children. I do want to thank Brother Adams for being a minister through my life. Brother Hicks, you know, a bunch of them. Pastor D, I love that man. We all love Pastor D. I think without a shadow of a doubt, if you have a Pastor D in your life and a Pastor Mary, you got it going on, because they always show their blessings. They're always here for you. God blessed me in 2004 with a job at the Waverly Senior Center. I had lost my mom in 2003, and I was lost. I started off as just being assistants to Judy Harbison. We closed our doors to the people during COVID because we had to, but we called people, we checked on people. We would go and get groceries for them, pick up their medicine, their bills, pay their bills for them. But you know, there again, God was guiding us. I ended up being the director. God blessed me the first time around with an assistant called Karen McElwain. Sweet lady. We lost Karen in May of 2024. I was just lost for a while. Told I would probably need to bring somebody on board. And I thought, man, who can I get? I asked God for guidance. And one Sunday out here at church, Janet Hendricks came up to me and she said, I understand that you might be looking for somebody at the center. Have you found anybody? And I said, no. And I said, would you like to apply? And she said, well, I think I would. And that's another blessing from God, because she loves people like I do. When we lost our house in the flood, you know, we were staying at the motel on the interstate. Went to pay on Monday up to Friday, and the gentleman told us, it's paid for the Friday. You didn't tell us who done it, but there again, it was a blessing from God. And then also that Tuesday, sitting in that motel room, not knowing where we was going to go, with 7 of us, my nephew called me, and his wife wanted to talk to me. They had a home on Ashbury Drive in New Johnsonville. Her mom had passed, and they offered it to us, rent-free. We got our home back together. We got back in it. I was doubting God one day during that period of time, and I shouldn't have, because I got blessed. Lost my car. My daughter lost her car, so I got blessed with she's like a sister to me, Sally. Brought me her truck. So that Saturday, I'd gone up to see Ski at our house where he was trying to work on it too. And I told him I had to go because I had to find me an ironing board. Pull into the Church of Christ, because they were really helping people. I met this lady and we were talking. She asked me what I was there for, and I told her an ironing board. And she said, well, I haven't seen an ironing board. And when I was leaving, we was walking out, and it's just like my head was pulled sideways, and back there against the wall was an ironing board. And I told her, I said, man, you're not going to believe this. There's an ironing board back there. She said, well, it might belong to somebody. So she asked, and it wasn't. So there again, see, I was doubting God, but God smacked me upside the head and said, look here, Shirley, I got you an ironing board. So, you know, when I was taking that ironing board out of that truck, I told God, I'm sorry, God, I doubted you. Because it took something simple as an ironing board to tell me he'll never leave you and he'll never forsake you. But you got to believe it. Because you know what? If you don't have God in your life, you're lost. And I don't want to be lost no more. I need God every second of my life. I need God. And He has truly, truly blessed me. My name is Shirley. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me.